Hello and welcome back to Let's Play Jane's Fighters Anthology as we continue to go through the Jane's reference material. Today, let's see what's on the menu. Ooh, we have the F-4B Phantom II. So, F-4 Phantom II. Title McDonnell Douglas, Phantom II, U.S. Navy and U.S. Air Force designations, F-4 and RF-4. Type twin-engine, two-seat, all-weather fighter aircraft. Program. The Phantom II was developed initially as a twin-engine, two-seat, long-range, all-weather attack fighter for service with the U.S. Navy. The letter of intent to order two prototypes was issued 18th of October 1954, at which time the aircraft was designated AH-1. The designation was changed to F-4H-1, 26th of May 1955, with change of mission to missile fighter, and the prototype XF-4H-1 flew for the first time 27th of May 1958. The first production Phantom II was delivered to U.S. Navy Squadron VF-101 in December of 1960. Trials in a ground attack role led to United States Air Force orders, and the basic USN and USAF versions became the F-4B and F-4C respectively. Variants: F-4B, formerly F-4H-1, all-weather fighter for U.S. Navy and Marine Corps, powered by two General Electric J79 GE8 turbojet engines. Total of 649 built. See also F-4G and F-4M. RF-4B, formerly the F-4H-1P, multi-sensor reconnaissance version of the F-4B for U.S. Marine Corps, no dual controls or armament. Reconnaissance system as for RF-4C, J79-GE-8 engines. High-frequency single sideband radio, first flown 12th of March 1965. Overall length increased to 19.2 meters or 63 feet. Total of 46 built. F-4J, development of the F-4B for the U.S. Navy and Marine Corps, primarily as interceptor but with full ground attack capability. J79 GE10 turbojets, use of 16.5 degree drooping ailerons and slotted tail gives reduced approach speed in spite of increased landing weight. Westinghouse AN AWG-10 pulse Doppler fire control system. Later, Siegler AJB-7 bombing system, 30 kilovolt amps, 30,000 volt amp generators. First F-4J demonstrated publicly on 27th of May 1966. Production of 518 completed in December of 1972. Design features: cantilever low wing monoplane, wing section NACA 0006.4-64 mod at root, NACA 0004-64 mod at wing fold line, NACA 0003-64 mod at tip. Average thickness chord ratio 5.1%. Incidence 1 degree. Dihedral inner panels 0 degrees. Outer panels 12 degrees. Sweep back 45 degrees on leading edges. Outer panels have extended chord and dihedral of 12 degrees. Structure: center section and center wings form one-piece structure from wing fold to wing fold. Portion that passes through fuselage comprises a torsion box between the front and main spars at 15% and 40% chord, and is sealed to form two integral fuel tanks. Spars are machined from large forgings. Center wings also have forged rear spar. Centerline rib, wing fold ribs, two intermediate ribs forward the main spar and two aft the main spar are also made from forgings. Wing skins machined from aluminum panels 0.0635 meters or 2.5 inches thick, with integral stiffening. The fuselage is an all-metal, semi-monocoque structure built in forward fuselage, fabricated in port and starboard halves, so that most internal wiring and finishing can be done before assembly. Keel and rear sections make use of steel and titanium. Landing gear: hydraulically retractable tricycle type, main wheels retracting inward into wings. Nose unit rearward, single wheel on each main unit, with tires size 30 by 11.5. Type 8 twin wheels on nose unit, which is steerable and self-centering and can be lengthened pneumatically to increase the aircraft's angle of attack for takeoff. Brake chute housed in fuselage tail cone, Mark II anti-skid system. Power plant: two General Electric J79 GE17A turbojet engines, each rated at 79.6 kilonewtons or 17,900 pounds thrust force, with afterburning variable area inlet ducts monitored by air data computer. Integral fuel tankage in wings between front and main spars and in 7 fuselage tanks with total capacity of 7,022 liters or 1,855 US gallons or 1,545 imperial gallons. Provision for one 2,270 liter or 600 US gallon or 500 imperial gallon external tank under fuselage and two 1,400 liter or 370 US gallon or 308 imperial gallon underwing tanks. Equipment for probe in drogue and buddy tank flight refueling with retractable probe in starboard side fuselage. Oil capacity 39 liters or 10.3 US gallons or 8.6 imperial gallons. Wow, compare that to my car, which takes like, I think 5 quarts is the norm, something like that, maybe 6. No, I think 6 was my last car, which was special. But yeah, a lot of oil. Accommodation, crew of 2 in tandem on Martin Baker Mark H7 ejection seats under individual rearward hinged canopies. Optional dual controls. Armament, 4 Falcon, Sparrow, Sidewinder, Shrike, or Walleye missiles, or 2 Bullpup missiles on 4 semi-submerged mountings under fuselage and 4 underwing mountings. Provision for carrying alternative loads of up to 7,250 kilograms or 16,000 pounds of nuclear or conventional bombs and stores on 7 attachments under wing and fuselage. Stores which can be carried include the B-28, B-43, B-57, and B-61 nuclear bombs, the M117, M118, M129, MC-1, Mark 36, Mark 81, Mark 82, Mark 83, and Mark 84 dumb freefall bombs, MLU-10 landmine, BLU-1, BLU-27, BLU-52, and BLU-76 fire bombs, cluster bombs, practice bombs, flares, rocket packs, ECM pods, gun pods, spray tanks, tow targets, paved knife pod, AAV-SIV camera pod, and in later units, there is one M61A1 nose-mounted gun. Dimensions external wingspan 11.77 meters or 38 feet 7.5 inches. Wing mean aerodynamic chord 4.89 meters or 16 feet and 1/2 inch. Wing aspect ratio 2.82. Okay. Well, I'm really surprised there's not an operational history segment. That really cuts down the size of this article. Is there one for the J at least? No, they just used the same article. That's kind of bullshit. Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay, that kind of sucks, but... Anyways. Wing width, or width, wings folded 8.41 meters, or 27 feet 7 inches. Length overall 19.2 meters, or 63 feet 0 inches. Height overall 5.02 meters, or 16 feet and 5.5 inches. Weights and loadings: weight empty 13,757 kilograms or 30,328 pounds. Weight empty, basic mission 14,448 kilograms or 31,853 pounds. Combat takeoff weight 18,818 kilograms or 41,487 pounds. Design takeoff weight 26,308 kilograms or 58,000 pounds. Max takeoff weight 28,030 kilograms or 61,795 pounds. Max landing weight 20,865 kilograms or 46,000 pounds. Max wing loading 569.2 kilograms per meter squared or 116.59 pound per square foot. Max power loading 176.1 kilograms per kilonewton or 1.73 pounds per pound thrust. Force, whichever. Probably force, yeah. I forget. Wikipedia was good about actually like labeling the units better, and they use that weird pound ST instead of just pound F. But I think it's just pounds force. Performance at 24,572 kilograms or 54,171 pounds. Max level speed with external stores over Mach 2. Average speed 504 knots or 934 kilometers per hour or 580 miles per hour. Stalling speed approach power with BLC 148.5 knots or 275 kilometers per hour or 171 miles per hour. Max rated climb at sea level 2,860 meters or 9,240 feet per minute. Service ceiling 10,925 meters or 35,850 feet. Combat radius area intercept 683 nautical miles or 1,266 kilometers or 786 miles. Defensive counter air 429 nautical miles or 795 kilometers or 494 miles. Interdictions 618 nautical miles or 1,145 kilometers or 712 miles. Ferry range 1,718 nautical miles or 3,184 kilometers or 1,978 miles. Length 19.2 meters, height 5.02 meters, wingspan 11.77 meters, max takeoff weight 28,030 kilograms. Max wing load 569.2 kilograms per meter squared. Max level speed 1,266 knots. Service ceiling 10,975 meters. Takeoff run 1,338 meters. Landing run 1,152 meters. Max rate of climb 2,847 meters per minute. And here we have our beautiful 3D view, which unfortunately is basically do they? No. It's identical. Probably just the same resources. In real life, you'd see the addition, I believe, of a potted M61 Vulcan cannon underneath the nose, but they unfortunately do not include that with in the game. So we'll just switch back to this. Ooh, you could almost make out, normally there'd be like the name of the carrier they're based on there. Very beautiful aircraft, and actually, as of this video, I believe Heatler is making a DCS module for the F-4 Phantom, leveraging their experience in making the F-14 module and the Jester AI for DCS, so look forward to that. In any case, we have some videos here today, the design and history videos for the F-4, so we will go through those now.
When the first McDonnell F-4 prototype flew on the morning of May 27, 1958, few in attendance realized they were witness to the birth of a combat aviation legend. Originally designed as an all-weather fleet defense interceptor for the U.S. Navy, the twin-engine F-4 soon demonstrated outstanding reliability and remarkable handling characteristics. It would prove to be both fast and versatile, and by the early 60s had set a number of speed and altitude records. Following carrier trials, the F-4 Phantom II went into official squadron service with the U.S. Navy in December 1960. By early 63, the U.S. Air Force and Marine Corps had acquired the Phantom, and the rest, as they say, is history. Over the next 6 years, each new F-4 model incorporated critical improvements in fighter technology to enhance the aircraft's reliability, survivability, and combat capability. The last of 5,057 Phantoms produced was delivered in 1979. The F-4G variant, known as the Advanced Wild Weasel, remains in active service today. Armament on the Mach 2 Plus Phantom could include 4 AIM-7 Sparrow and 4 AIM-9M Sidewinder missiles, AGM-65 Maverick missiles, AGM-88 HARM missile capability, and 1 fuselage centerline bomb rack and 4 pylon bomb racks capable of carrying 12,500 pounds of general-purpose bombs.
It's worth noting, because again, obviously this is all 20 years old at the time of, more than 20 years old at the time of this video, I think. I mean, the game came out 24 years ago from when I'm making this video now, so it's a little out of date. But the F-4G is not in service, at least not with the U.S. I can't say off the top of my head if it's in service with any others. I don't think it is. But that's been basically replaced by specialized Wild Weasel variants of the F-16, which they're actually pretty cool if you read into them. Let me pull up the name real quick, but it's like Have Blast or something like that. But they're basically regular F-16s that they modify with a few extra electronics like ECM for self-protection, self-defense, and better integration with, things like HARM missiles and stuff. But uniquely, they also contain the F-16s with this Wild Weasel mission are also given low observability coatings. So they're a lot darker than the regular F-16. You know, they have more of the same look that like the F-22 or the F-35 has. Let's see. CJ or DJ. Oh, they had a special name. Yeah, I forget what it is. You know, I know another place I can find it. But yeah, it's the F-16 CJ or DJ, specifically Block 50 and 52D. Those I presume are going to be replaced by F-35As, configured for the role, which probably won't need many modifications versus the F-16, considering I assume they already incorporate a large amount of state-of-the-art electronic self-preservation measures and obviously the low observable coating. So at most, maybe, I don't know if the harm can fit into the internal weapons bay of the F-35. I think it can. But all right. Aircraft, USA. Half glass. It was half glass. Okay, yeah. So yeah, look up the half glass F-16s if you're interested in that sort of thing. And now we'll go into the operational history of the F-4.
The all-weather supersonic F-4 Phantom II is a versatile multi-mission air superiority fighter, fighter-bomber, advanced interceptor, ground support, tactical strike, and reconnaissance aircraft. The F-4G variant, or Advanced Wild Weasel, expands the Phantom's mission role to include seeking out, suppressing, and destroying enemy radar-directed anti-aircraft artillery batteries and surface-to-air missile sites. The F-4 Phantom in various models was one of the principal U.S. aircraft deployed to Southeast Asia during the Vietnam War. Capable of speeds of more than 1,600 miles per hour and at altitudes approaching 60,000 feet, the first U.S. Navy Phantoms entered combat on August 6, 1965, when a squadron of F-4Bs attacked North Vietnamese patrol boat bases in response to the Gulf of Tonkin incident. A month later, the air war significantly expanded when 50 F-4Bs attacked a road bridge 65 miles south of Hanoi. On July 10, 1965, two Air Force F-4Cs shot down a pair of MiG-17 fighters over North Vietnam with Sidewinder missiles. By March 66, 7 U.S. Air Force F-4 squadrons were in South Vietnam and 3 more were based in Thailand. Marine Corps F-4s soon joined the battle. By January 1973, when the war ended, Phantoms had shot down 197 enemy aircraft in air-to-air combat, a kill ratio of 6-1. Fox 4, as the Phantom was often called, had made its mark.
All right. Oh, what was I going to say? I had a thought during the video, and now I can't remember it. Oh, right. So this kind of shows why I can't abide by people who complain about like the F-35. Oh, it's a master of all, jack of none. They made it do too much, you know. And it's like, no, this is far from the first aircraft that's been multi-mission. I mean, the original multi-mission aircraft was like the P-47 Thunderbolt, which started as like a fighter, you know, for escorting bombers and intercepting enemy aircraft. And by the end of its life, it was operating in the close air support role, you know. And more recent examples are the F-4 Phantom, which is probably the first true multi-mission aircraft, or one of the first, certainly of the jet age at least, with its ability to carry more ordnance than a World War II bomber for ground fights, while also still having the maneuverability and speed necessary for air-to-air combat. And then obviously almost all of the 4th gen aircraft were multi-role too. The F-18, can do both air-to-air and air-to-ground combat. The F-16 can. The F-15E can. So, like, complaining that the F-35 is multi-mission is not a valid complaint in my eyes. But Yeah, little tangent there, but I just had to speak my mind, and I love speaking my mind. In any case, that is going to be all for today. So tune in later today for the next episode where we'll go over the F-4G, and next week when we do the Phantom again, I guess. You know what? I don't think we're gonna do the Phantom again. I think I will skip the F-4J because it is exactly the same information. So I think next week we're probably just going to go straight to the F5E and the F8. So yeah. With that, thank you all for watching, and stay tuned for next time, and stay safe out there, and I'll see you then.